What is up, everyone? Welcome back to episode 66 of the You Might Be Surprised podcast. I already cracked the polar. That's my bad. I was thirsty. I was thirsty. I definitely didn't screw up my intro and restart. I definitely haven't been recording for 10 minutes and I haven't said anything. But that's just how it be sometime. I hope everyone is doing well. It's episode 66, man. 3 more episodes and we're to the greatest episode of all time. After 3 more episodes, I quit. After three more episodes, I quit this podcast. I quit this podcast. But I hope everyone's doing well. I have so much that I want to talk about, man. I have so many things for this episode planned out. And I hope everyone's kind of liking kind of how I've been doing the episodes where I just talk about just things that are going on that I kind of find interesting. But dude, I don't even know where to begin. It's currently Sunday. I record or I edit most of the days on Sunday. So recording and editing on Sunday leads me to a lot of stress because I have to do this episode correct, because if I don't, then I'm shit out of luck, and then there's just no episode for the next week. And I put a lot of effort and time into creating these things. I want to look nice, I want it to be perfect, I want it to sound nice. So I like to get my recording done sometime throughout the week, and then I normally edit on Sundays, so then that way everything's prepared for the Monday drop, dude, for the Monday release. I'm not even wearing my anti-social sweatshirt. I'll wear that next time. I've been getting into fashion. Not into fashion, just exclusive clothes. I like the idea of owning something exclusive. So I've been trying to buy more and more clothes from exclusive drops and buy shoes from exclusive drops. I'm currently wearing some Nikes that I got on the sneakers app. I finally took a W on that. I bought the anti-social club sweatshirt, which it's crazy because you have to be on the website when it launches, because it literally will sell out within the first 2 minutes, dude. It's crazy. So I got that. I picked up some of Andrew Schultz's Fashion Season 3. I got a 6 sweatshirt for that, so I'll wear that at some point throughout this. And then I just bought yesterday an open world long sleeve from the 100 Thieves newest drop. If you don't know who 100 Thieves are, if you're not in the gaming community, they are an esports organization owned by Matthew Haig, I should say. He's known as Nadeshot, and I just enjoy having things that you don't see every single day. Of course, I'm gonna have to wear clothes from Kohl's. I'm gonna have to wear clothes from Old Navy, but I want to start stocking up on exclusive stuff, because chances are that stuff is gonna be made out of higher material, and I'm gonna wear it for longer than I would for just buying a random shirt from Kohl's or some shit like that. But yeah, I enjoy that type of stuff. So I'm hyped. I should be wearing my anti-social sweatshirt now, but I was rushed into getting this. I want to get it done. Speaking of Andrew Schultz, so last Saturday on 9/11, I went and saw Andrew Schultz live. The last podcast I recorded before I even went to his show, and dude, let me tell you, if you don't know who Andrew Schultz is, he is he's gonna be one of the best comedians known to man. He's so good. If you watch his clips online, his clips are so precise. He knows how to work the crowd absolutely perfectly. And I was wondering, if someone says some shit to him on stage, is he gonna have that wittiness to respond just like that? And dude, he did. It was crazy. It's crazy. I inspire to be somebody who's really good at something, right? Some people never get like that. And Andrew Schultz is freaking really good with people, man. He's really good, and it's really inspiring to watch somebody who knows their craft and can do it on a flip of a switch. It was crazy. And his jokes were so good. Like most of the stuff that he puts online is just his like crowd work, and which makes sense. Like that's the content that you can just use and flip right away. And you don't want to be, when you're a comedian, like you work hard for your 1 hour or your 1 hour set, right? So like you don't want to be throwing out clips of what you've been working hard on for the past year. You want that. You want to make the bag. You want to sign a deal with Netflix. You want to sign a deal with Amazon. Or if you're smart, you put it on YouTube and you just take in that freaking monetization, dude. But yeah, so you don't want to like put out your best work with clips and stuff. That's the whole thing, is you want someone to pay to see it. You want them to not know what they're gonna be seeing. So, yeah, dude, he worked the crowd so well, and I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Like, I don't know if comedy's my thing, but like, I want to be good at one thing, and like, I want something to be like, pow, like that. But yeah, man, it's just super inspiring. I've been really like getting inspired by this guy named Optic Hex or Hector Rodriguez, because he's the type of guy like I really inspired to have like his hands in like a lot of things. Like he just opened up a weed shop. He owns a gaming organization. He has merch that he designs, and to me that's something that I want to do. Like I want to have my hands in like a lot of things. That's what I'm working on right now. Like I really love this podcast. I really like doing this, but like how can I diversify my assets and start being in more things like that? So I know I've said this a couple times on this, but on my second channel, on my YouTube, I'm gonna start doing like weekly videos, whether if it's a vlog or like talk about my podcast. But I really want to start like expressing other things that I enjoy compared to just this podcast and just like cracking jokes on here. So yeah, that's going to be down in the link below. That was a long explanation for what I was trying to say. But dude, we have some topics to talk about for this podcast. Just let me take a drink of water real quick. Oh my gosh, we have some things to talk about. One last thing that I really enjoy from Andrew Schultz is the way he researches jokes. Like he will find something that's funny and then he'll research the ever living shit out of it and break down everything and find out things that are hilarious like that. So I'm like, how can I take that? Because I really like that idea. Like he found, like he could pull something from the Romans and like how they like captured lions, and he can make that funny, right? So I'm thinking, how can I do that with this podcast? Like how can I find like a subject, right? Find it hilarious or find it just like something interesting to talk about, and like how can I pull out from that? So that's kind of what I did this week, kind of. I think that's how I'm going to start structuring these podcasts just a little more. Now, am I rambling? Yes. Do we want to get into these topics? Yes. Is this the You Might Be Surprised podcast? Yes. Let's fucking get into this, dude. Dude, holy moly. There's so much things that went on this week that I don't even know if you guys picked up on, right? So I didn't even want to touch on this. I really didn't even want to touch on this, but I'm going to. Dude. So the VMAs happened on Sunday, right? And like the VMAs is, I honestly couldn't even tell you what the VMAs is about. I'm pretty sure it's a music award. And if you guys saw, or if you guys were like into this, it blew up online. Connor McGregor and MGK got into it, right? If you didn't see, Connor McGregor threw a drink here. I'll throw up a clip of it. I should have had this up. I'll throw up a clip of it real quick. Here it is. Come on. Here. Everyone's startled. They're like, "Why did Conor McGregor throw the shank? Why did he do that, dude?" And I didn't even think it was that like necessary of a thing to bring up or to talk about. Everyone was like, "Well," everyone online was saying they think he threw the drink because Megan Fox said no to saying yes to taking a photo with Conor because they're both these two giant like superstars. And you know, MGK and Megan Fox are a thing. It's kind of like me going up to a girl at the bar and saying, "Hey, can I get your number?" right in front of her boyfriend, right? It's just something that like you just don't do unless you like kind of know each other. But like Conor McGregor, dude, someone said this, I forget who. Conor McGregor's a crazy man, but we're just finding out that he's a crazy man because he's been losing. I think he lost like his past five fights. So like whenever you act crazy but you win, everyone's like, this guy's a fucking genius, right? But whenever you aren't successful and you're not like being great at what you're known for and you start acting crazy, that's when we start seeing like, oh, this is just actually who he is. And dude, I love Conor McGregor. I'm Irish forever. I'm so Irish. I have to love this guy. Conor McGregor's my dad, right? I love Conor McGregor. He's one of my favorite fighters. I'm just a casual fight fan, but I always try to watch his fights whenever he's on. I also was rooting for him when he was going up against Floyd. All right. So I didn't even want to talk about this. I didn't want to. And then I was scrolling through the news as I've been doing lately, and I see this headline. I see this headline, and I was like, holy shit, I had to talk about this. Conor McGregor is a megastar, right? And I've talked about this a couple times on here about the Pauls, Jake Paul and Logan Paul, and how they're doing this like celebrity boxing, and how they're the smartest people in the world because they're just gonna get bank after bank after bank. They're gonna get so much money. They're gonna get dump trucks of money. Sorry, my speech is on something right now. So Jake Paul has been like notoriously just bagging on Conor, like trying to get him to fight him, which I don't think will ever happen. But anytime anybody asks Conor, like, what do you think of Jake Paul? Do you think, like, what do you have to say about this? He said your wife is ugly. Like, what do you have to say about that? And he has no response. Dude, idiot Conor McGregor may have lunged at MGK because he thought it was Jake Paul. If this is true, the notorious Conor McGregor should be turned into the notorious idiot. What? How can no one on his team told him that, hey, MGK and Jake Paul aren't the same person? No one? What? Come on, dude. Really? I get it though. They kind of like if you're Conor McGregor, right, and you're just getting like, if you have whiskey money, Conor McGregor has fuck you money. Like he literally has fuck you money. The dude has like all he does is just show him drinking his proper 12 and going on yachts and all of his fancy watches. It's literally crazy. Like Conor McGregor literally has fuck you money. I mean, MGK just has like he has money, but Conor McGregor truly has fuck you money. MGK probably has like 20 million. Conor McGregor has like 200, right? He say it again. Conor McGregor has fuck you money. And no one on his team was like, hey, just so you know, you're going to the VMAs and you're going to see a tall guy who's about 6'4" going out with Megan Fox. That's not Jake Paul. Hey, Conor, I know you like causing scenes, right? I know you like attacking things like freaking people, old people, and buses, dude. Hey, MGK and Jake Paul, they're not the same person. They're not the same person, dude. Oh my gosh. There's a quote in here. Some people are saying that Connor McGregor mistook him for me because we look the same, like blonde hair and a little bit tall. Oh, what? It's just disrespectful. I mean, the whole thing is just like, I mean, I get it. Like, Conor McGregor like constantly has to keep. The more Conor McGregor does, the more his whiskey sells, either good or bad. And actually, his Proper 12 is actually pretty freaking good. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I need to actually pick up a bottle of it because it's getting cold outside, and I'm gonna start drinking whiskey. But yeah, I thought it was absolutely crazy that like this could even be a possibility. Right? You would think somebody, like I said, you would think that somebody has that much power and that much money and that many people surrounding him. Like, hey, just so you know, Jake Paul is not going to be at the VMAs, but MGK is. They look similar, right? They look similar. Connor, I know you've been punched in your face multiple times. You might have CTE. You might be one of the richest people with CTE, right? It's not Jake Paul. It's not Jake Paul, dude. Oh, dude, it makes me question being a Conor McGregor fan, but nah. I love Conor McGregor. He's so good. So good. So that was Sunday. And then Monday, dude, I'm almost 25. I'm almost 25, dude. I've never in my life ever heard about the Met Gala. I have no idea what the Met Gala is. Like, I had no idea what it was until this past Monday. And I think it's the most outrageous thing in the whole entire world. Let me explain. Dude, so like if you're like me and you had no idea, I had to do some research. The Met Gala is an annual fundraising for the gala it pretty much benefits the Metropolitan Museum of Arts Costume Institute in the New York City, and pretty much what it is, right? I broke it down in my head to what it kind of is. So it's pretty much a bunch of rich people get sponsored. And each year there's like a theme, and you pretty much just dress up and you pay $30,000 to eat okay food. You eat like I've heard that the food there is absolutely terrible, but like you're supposed to dress up. Pretty much what it is rich people dressing up to take photos. That's all it is. And like it's crazy. Like it's pretty much what it is it's a bunch of rich people just playing the game of who has a bigger dick. That's really all it is, right? And, you know, you had people out there like Lil Nas X going full on, which makes sense. It's Lil Nas X. That dude, whoever is managing him is doing a fucking fantastic job because his name is always in the news. But he showed up in an all gold night outfit. Kim Kardashian showed up wearing all black because of Donda, right? And I think there was something else about it. I didn't care to read it. But freaking AOC, the politician, freaking dressed up in a dress that said "tax the rich," and then Dave Portnoy just freaking lit her up online. Was actually kind of hilarious. This is how I knew. I saw this tweet, and this is how I didn't even know that the Met Gala was happening until I saw Dave Portnoy's freaking tweet. He says, "Tax the rich, but first I'm gonna go and have the time of my life, partying with them, all the most extravagant, at the most extravagant over the top party of the year that is essentially a celebration of richness. It's exactly what it is. It's just AOC is just being fucking just like, why? What the fuck? What word am I trying to look for? She's being I don't fucking know. It's just ridiculous, dude. And I had to break this down. If you're kind of lost, pretty much what it is like, if you ever watched Batman, it's like when Bruce Wayne has to go to those like fundraisers and he has to dress up and there's all the rich people there, but there's also like the mob there. Yeah, that's pretty much what the Met Gala is. Like, it's wild. And I had to break this all down as to why it was $30,000. So pretty much what it is the is a fundraiser for the museum's costumes institute. The institute serves as the museum's fashion department and is the only department in the museum that must fund itself. So the stars lend a helping hand. Hey, dude, no one gives a flying hell about the museum's costume institute. Congratulations to the person who thought of this, because you've literally turned into something that no one cares about besides a select few people, and you got celebrities to raise millions of dollars. Last year they raised like $13 million. You would think that celebrities would band together to raise money for like cancer or glaucoma or AIDS, dude, something. No, they're raising money because people want to continue making rich clothes. I know what I sound very hypocritical because I just said I want to own exclusive shit, but that's not the point here. All right, that's not the point. Okay. The point is you have a bunch of rich people donating for things that they don't even care about. You think freaking Jack Harlow or Jack Harlow or Pete Davidson are there and give a shit about the museum? No. Dude, I want to go to this thing because probably what's going on is all these rich people are trying to find a cure on how to live forever, right? Dude, why do rich people always look like they're so young, right? It's because they go to the Met Gala and they figure out that they need to be drinking baby blood, and that's how they become young. Like, you're literally raising money so you could just keep a history of the most fancy clothes, and that just blew my mind. I was like, what? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? You would think that these people would be raising money for something better than that, right? Like, and it's like I said, like the whole thing is just like, oh, I'll pay $30,000 or I'll sponsor someone to do $30,000 to make them look good. Literally, that's all it is. No one gives a fuck about the museum. It's just let's dress celebrities up in the most craziest things and have everyone talk about it for 2 days. That's all a celebrity is like, how can I stay relevant for the next 2 days? Like, how can I get relevant at least once this week? I bet you there's marketing people for celebrities, right? Like, I'm talking about like Kim K, things like that. They have like a yearly calendar of how can they stay popular, right? Like, they're like, if we can get our names in the news at least 15 times this year, you're going to be making at least $700 million. So they start just breaking down, like, how can I go crazy? AOC is like, oh, I'll wear the tax the rich dress. You know, Kim K like 7 years ago was like, oh, I'll leak my sex tape with Ray J, right? And then that's why celebrities sometimes get into all these problems, because they're going above and beyond to get their names out there, and sometimes it's just like, how much garbage, how much of my soul do I have to suck to continue to stay at the top, right? Do I really need to go to vacation to the Bahamas 12 times this year? Do I really need to fly in a private jet every time? Right? It's crazy. When I like read all this, it's absolutely like, I was just like, why are we caring? Because we don't care. Normal people don't care about this museum. We only care about the celebrities, which is probably the better, like I said, it's probably the greatest marketing strategy that you can have for something that no one gives a fuck about. It just blew my mind. Like I said, they better be finding the cure to live forever in there, or if they're literally just in there, because you can't even have your phone. So if you're just in there talking about random shit, what are you doing? That's not worth $30,000. It's not worth $30,000 at all. Like, wait, I believe when the whole thing like began, like the tickets were only like $50, and now they're $30,000. I mean, I think it like began like the like 1940s, so $50 was quite a bit, but $30,000 is nowhere close. Those people. The hilarious thing is, if the people that work for the museum who raised all this, it'd be hilarious if they have to work crazy hours and they only get $30,000 for their salary, but like the museum just keeps like the other like $10 million. It'd be freaking crazy. And then I saw this bullshit, dude. If you remember way back when I had a podcast about 21 Savage. No, was it? Whatever rapper. Oh no, it was Little Uzi Vert who put the diamond in his head, and I thought that was the most outrageous thing in the whole world. But like I said, dude, how far will celebrities go to keep their name in the news for like 2 days? This rapper, it says here, Mexican rapper goes viral after getting gold chain hooks implanted into his scalp. What? Gold hair. Mexican rapper goes viral after getting gold chain hooks implanted, into his scalp. Hey. Ow. Dude, have you ever pulled out a piece of your hair? Or had someone pull it out and you're like, ah, shit, that kind of hurt. Oh, dang, dude, stop. Ow, stop pulling my hair. Ow, that shit kind of hurt. Imagine having chains in your head, getting implanted in your head. Why? Dude, get a hat that has them on. Shave your head and get a hat, right? Someone on his team. See, this is... You need to surround yourself with better people. Someone on your team was like, hey, man, what's this? Dan Sir is the rapper. Someone's like, hey, look, I know that you came up with this great idea, And I think it's a great idea. I think it's gonna get a lot of publicity, and your Google search rank is gonna go through the roof. All right, but why don't we say it's implanted? But in reality, you're just wearing a fake hat that has those on there. So then that way you don't have to have those implanted in your head and maybe cause brain cancer or something else. Or or have like girls who flock all over you at the club fucking pull those out. Ow. Dude, ow. Imagine getting a gold chain ripped out of your head. Also, everywhere you go now, you have to have security. You have to have security. Dude, going through a metal detector just got so much harder for you. So much harder. Sir, do you have everything that's out of your pockets? All your phone, your keys, anything metal out of your pockets? Yeah, I do. He goes through. Beep. Oh shit, sorry. I forgot. I got all this gold. My fucking head. Dude, what? I can't. No one on his team thought that this was a bad idea. Like, how does it say like how much it's worth? Dude, it has to be close to like it has to be close to a couple million, dude. It has to be. Like, he has enough for it to look like it's real hair. It has to be. That dude, ow, you literally have to have security everywhere you go. You can no longer go do things on your own because somebody's going to come and try to rip that out of your head. And as they should. Because as soon as they rip that from your head, you're not chasing them. That's not happening. No, you're on the ground because you're in so much pain because you just had gold ripped from your head. Ripped from your head. You have to have bodyguards constantly around you. And even then, dude, those bodyguards are always huge and massive and jacked. If you rip one from his head, chances are you're getting away. Because those guys can't catch you. Dude, and like you can't, like you know when you do something like this too, that you just cut your life in half. Like there's no way that you're going to live more than 60 years old. Because there's three things that are going to happen. One, you're going to have to get them taken out and hopefully nothing goes wrong. Two, you're going to get yourself an infection and you're going to have to get them out. And then chances are when they come out, something's going to go wrong. Or three, you're just going to die someday because, hey, you're not supposed to have gold embedded into your head, man. People will do anything for clout. People will literally do anything for clout. Anything. Dude, if you, like I said, there's a line. What will you do to get your name out there that's morally right and not putting others at risk? For some people, it's hard to reach that. There's a way to get around it quickly, but it's like, do I want my soul to be gone and do I want to fuck over everyone around me just so I have a couple $1 million, right? There's lines, right? There's goals. And once you get to a certain pace, it's like, what crazy shit do I have to do? Kim K, sex tape. I can't think of a lot right off the top of my head, but you could probably think in your head, rich people that have gone way out of their way to become more rich and more famous. It's wild. It's absolutely crazy. I don't know, man. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Now, maybe if I got if I ever do become successful from like doing this podcast or doing something like this, like I wonder like what the touch of success will do to me. I would like to think that I would stay like the humble nice guy that I am. But some people break, dude. Some people break. They stop talking to the people that like were around them, and they stop like doing it. Like, I'm sure all these famous TikTok people who are like living it up right now, who have peaked, I'm sure that in 10 years they're gonna have no one around them because they've fucked over a lot of people, right? And it's like, not everyone's gonna be a Charlie D'Amelio and stay famous, right? Not everyone. It's only a select few. Now, you could be famous now and you can put the right steps into investing and doing more things so you can constantly stay famous. But the thing is, we're making 18-year-olds famous that think that they're going to continue to make money on OnlyFans for the rest of their lives. All right? Get the bag, move on, find a new way to get the bag and continue to do that, right? It's hard. It's hard, man. But yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy that these things are like, that people are doing this, man. I don't know. But yeah, that's all I got for this week's podcast. Like I said, I'm recording this on Sunday. I hate recording podcasts on Sunday. I stress myself out and like I don't think about it that much. But like I said, I have some big things planning. I'm starting to kind of figure out the groove that I want this podcast to go. It's episode 66, man. Like I said, I'm so grateful that I get to create podcasts, and it's so much fun. I like trying to find new ways to create stuff like this way. I strictly went and talked about like the news and stuff like that, and to me it went okay. So I don't know, but that's the whole thing about a podcast. You can literally just talk about whatever. It's just like having a conversation. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about all the stuff I talked about, and yeah, I hope everyone has a great day. I've been Chris. You've been beautiful. Try something new. You might be surprised what happens. Peace, guys.